Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 95. You get the NASDAQ off 15. S&Ps are off 8.5. As you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you are going to see right on the top of the carousel, Fibonacci 24/7 subscriber event, November 15th. It's November 15th today, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The hidden secrets behind trading currencies and investing in cryptocurrencies. Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, and John Jameson is going to be doing a workshop tonight. We got our man, John Jameson, with us right now to talk about exactly what he's going to be teaching out here tonight. John Jameson, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I can't wait for the workshop tonight. You know, these are always great, but when you talk about cryptocurrencies being in the news the last 2 weeks, and particularly the last few days, it's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, it seems to have caught everyone now, I think. So yeah, this is pretty timely, and Larry and I are looking forward to doing it. Yeah, we've been working pretty hard on it.
And so, John, you know what I saw out here this morning was pretty interesting. Is that Square, which is the credit card company, they're looking that they're going to start letting people buy cryptocurrency, buy Bitcoin, but cash. Actually, that's what they're saying inside their wallets, which is pretty wild, man. That's, you know, that. I don't have the full information on it yet, but they announced that this morning, man.
Yeah, well, this is it. You're starting to see the rumors turn into, almost happening situations. So you're seeing a lot of the big money start to move in behind this now.
Very fast, huh? Yeah.
Very quickly. And that's what we're talking about tonight. It's so that you're not left like a rabbit in the headlights and you really, what's going on? There's too many things. The goal of tonight really is to give TFNN listeners and subscribers a really great base for the cryptocurrency space, so they can take the knowledge that we go through tonight and feel like they can, go online and have a look and move forward with the information that you're presented with, because it is overwhelming. There's a lot to cover, and what I've tried to do is simplify it so that we break it down into, relatively small sections so that you can take it on board, digest it, and understand it.
And folks, so you can come over, you can test drive Larry's newsletter. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can be into the workshop tonight. And what's great about what we have anyway, folks, is that you can, and this is a workshop that I'm sure all of us are going to listen to many times. And so it's archived. You can replay it. You know what's so cool, John? We've been doing workshops for a long time. And this, I feel, is totally different because, you see our, logo, educating investors. And that's in a stock market sense, that's in futures, that's in commodities, and it's in options. This is so brand new that I think everyone wants to know, including myself, like, okay, what is it? How does it work? And as you said the last time when you were on with Tommy and I, that whoever figures out the applications, that's where you can make those common sense decisions. Do I want this or do I want that? Meaning different cryptocurrencies, right?
Exactly. The goal of tonight really is to get everyone at TFNN to be able to take their skills that they already have, whether they're oil traders, gold traders, S&P traders, and port that over into the cryptocurrency space.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of similarities. I'll be covering supply and demand, all the metrics we need to look at, and why they're important. And more than that, no technical double talk, I promise. So I've made it simple. So one of the big problems is you go online, and it's really quite difficult to get the big picture because a lot of tech people suffer from the curse of knowledge, and they just don't realize that anyone who's not tech doesn't understand what they're talking about.
That's a great point. And, folks, I can tell you from in the office the last few days, particularly today, where Tommy's office is, Tommy and John have been talking extensively, going through it. And I heard Tommy saying at one point that, he was out there at the YouTube and that, they start talking numbers and he didn't, understand the numbers. And then I heard you coming back to him that, no, we're going to break this thing down. So it's really cool understanding, number one, the breakdown, folks. And number two, I'm a visual person anyway. I think a lot of us are. It's really cool that when you can take a bulk of information, you get it inside a deck, and then it's like, okay, those bullet points are so cool. And it's a lot easier than reading about it, John. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So We've got just over an hour, so it's a bold claim. We're going to be going pretty quick, but as you say, Tommy, it's recorded, so it's something they can listen to a few times. But really, the good news is for everyone who's a trader right now, it's the same old story. It's just supply and demand. It's just understanding the different metrics we can use to give us that information.
It's amazing, man. And when you look at the volatility the last couple of days, like I'm just going to put a chart up for a second. This is like, the last time that we had spoken with you on the morning show, and you had talked with Tommy and said, yeah, you felt like there was going to be a little downdraft. Well, sure enough, you got the downdraft, and sure enough, because you explained it to us the last time that, inside these downdrafts, you either believe that Bitcoin's going to be around or you don't. And guess what? The people that were buying it at 5,600, 5,800 and believing it was around, and it took all of 48 hours to get back to 7,200.
Well, exactly. And this is the thing. Now, the context in which all this is happening, if you look at this from a technical perspective, it doesn't make sense. It's just, you're reading the charts, they're almost broken. They're so parabolic.
Yes.
But if you consider the context of what's going on, which is exactly what we're going to be talking about in a couple of hours, then just to give you a flavor of it, there's big money about to arrive. You talked about that at the start of this conversation. And the futures and options at the CME are going to make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
A huge, huge difference. And, coupled with that, there's quite a lot of other things. For example, Bitcoin, I'll call them Bitcoin dividends. They're not quite dividends, but that's another reason why people might want to hang around. And so there's other technology as well about to get broken that, when I say broken, I mean come out.
Yes.
That's about to get bolted onto Bitcoin that could solve a lot of its issues and a lot of its problems. And if that technology is accepted, then you can, that in that environment, then the blockchain 2017 to me feels like Internet 1990, and I was there in 1990.
Right.
Through, I wish I could say through skill, but it was actually through luck.
Yeah.
As an IT consultant, so this feels the same, and the momentum is gathering and getting faster and faster. So
yeah, no, listen, I agree. It's so funny. I mean, just even when I think about it, TFNN. I've had that since 1991 or something. So it's really weird because then, folks, you could get web addresses like that. You could pull it up, and it was just totally different, and that changed within 5 or 6 years, right? Dramatically, and this is even going quicker, which is pretty amazing, man. So, folks, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right on the very front, Mr. Larry Pesavento, John Jameson. You can sign up right now. You'll be in there tonight, 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bottom line, you want one of the best educations out there, and from John Jameson, Larry Pesavento, and if you had, it's the first time you've heard John, folks. Let me tell you something. The thought process that you have is so freaking cool, man. I just love it. And I've only got to talk with you 3 times now. And, when Tommy and I were talking with you on the morning show, you were really bringing us through it. So it's really cool. So we're really looking forward to it, John.
I'm looking forward to doing it. So, yeah, see you in a couple of hours.
Absolutely. Okay, you have a great one, safe one. Couple hours right here.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 121, Nasdaq's down 26, S&P's are off 12.5.